not muted. I'm unmuted. There we go. Okay. Oh, you gotta love it when things don't work right. Okay. Something's going on with this mic, so I'm just going through the computer audio right now. So welcome everybody to Swahili Sunday. I am going to make sure that I can be heard by doing a test here on my. I'm going to make sure. There we go. All right. Good way to test things is just to go check and see what's coming out of the thing when you go on and watch yourself on Facebook. So that's a good way to test to see whether your mic is working, because something is wrong with this one mic. It's not working right. It's a really great mic, but I don't know why. I've been having some problems with it working with my my computer, actually both on StreamYard and on Google Meet. So I don't have any time to really check and see why that's happening. So I'll worry about that later. But welcome to Swahili Sunday. If you're listening after the fact, thank you so much for joining in. We have a great show today. I'm waiting for Leila to join from Kenya to share an update on the farm. She sent me photos and I want her to share exactly what's going on with the farm. I mean, I can share, but she's closer to it than I am, so it's going to be exciting when she comes on, and we'll hopefully her connection is good and we will get her to join shortly. In the meantime, I will remind everybody that well, let me tell you what the Swahili word is for farm. We're talking about the farm today. The farm is one of the things we're raising funds for our trip, which you can go here to givesendgo.com/mission Kenya to see that. And let me see, I think I will have to put that in the chat. I thought I had it to put that in the chat. I am going to put this in the chat, so it will go out there so you can go donate any amount. I'm asking people if you can donate $20 or $100. Those are the two amounts. If I get 1,000 people to donate $20, we'll reach our goal. If I get 200 people to donate $100, we'll reach our goal. I'm almost up to $1,000, I think, just from mentioning it. I haven't transferred the funds over. The funds for Give Send Go right into the account, but when some people donate through PayPal, then I have to transfer it into the account. And I know there have been some donations. I think there's about $600 shown on the Give Send Go site. So what I have to do when people don't donate through Give Send Go, if they donate through the other avenue, I just mark it on there as an offline donation. So I would appreciate your support in any amount, even $5. If you can't do $20, $5 is great. But if you can do 20, that's great. 100, that's great. If you have an organization that would be interested in donating and being a part of a certain part of this project, perhaps your organization wants to fund the mobile medical clinic, that's about $1,500. Or maybe you want to donate for the farm, some or a portion of it, or school fees, or food packs, or some of the other supplies we want to get for the ladies, or some of the other things that we're working on doing there. You can see it on givesendgo.com/mission Kenya. It explains everything that we're raising funds for. All the money is going to go to support the cause. If there's anything left over that we don't invest on the trip, it'll go for continued things like school fees for the kids and other support like medical care and things that's needed there for to work to create a foundation for sustainability until we get the product sales for the one group up to a level of sustainability again, and I guess the farm once that gets going, where we haven't harvested the first round yet, so all of it has been 100% supported by Dynamic Vision Foundation and our NGO in Kenya, Dynamic Vision Foundation Kenya. So it's all been in supporting that. And it looks like Leila's joined. Let's bring her in. So we would hopefully you will consider a donation of any amount. It will support and do the work of so much our farm we're about ready and I'm going to bring Leila in a minute to talk about it. The farm is about at the point where we're harvesting. Let me take this banner down for the time being, and we'll add Leila to the conversation.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm good. It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
I miss you so much.
Me too.
It won't be long now.
Oh yeah, the countdown is almost.
Yes, yes. Oh. So I was just sharing a lot. You sent some pictures. I'm going to see if I can share the pictures. I share screen. Okay. I'm sharing the pictures you sent me of the farm.
Yeah.
And this one of the cabbage, is that recent?
Yeah, that's like it was a few days ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
It really looks good.
Yeah. It really looks good, especially when it started raining. That really helped a lot because it was really dry.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's almost in the next few weeks. We are selling the cabbages, so that's good. And
Yeah.
the onions is already down. You've
So
seen we've already.
is that what this is? Is this the onions?
Yes, those are the seed beds, because now it has to stay in the seed bed for 45 days. So we had to do it by now so that when we harvest, they will be ready and we can just transplant them.
Oh, this is exciting. So
Yeah.
the onions are ready, are getting ready, and the cabbage is almost ready to harvest.
Yeah. We are
And
real farmers.
yeah, the baskets and beads dynamic vision farming operation.
Yeah. Uh,
Ah,
when we began, I didn't even know how long. I didn't even know that you have to put onion seeds in a seed bed.
oh yeah, I
But
don't.
now I'm an expert.
Yeah, you're an expert at farming.
Yeah. Uh,
So
Good.
I stopped sharing now. So explain, because I've just gotten the info from you about how it all worked. I mean, so first we got the land, and I remember
Mm-hmm.
there was had to meet with somebody,
Yeah.
documents and all. Share a little bit about how all that worked out.
Yeah, it was September. That's when I went to Mount Elgon. We got the land. Hezron was looking for a land. And now looking for land, you have to find suitable location for farming. And we needed one near a river. So it actually took longer than we thought, to get a good one. And then we got the land. So I had to go to Mount Elgon to meet with the owner of the land and the chief. Chief is like I don't know in the US, but chief is the highest government lead administrator in that area. So we have to go to him and sign the agreement, and not just him. We met with him and the elders, because land is a big deal here in Kenya and especially in Mount Elgon. So we had to do things right. So actually, I went there and it was raining. Remember that story? Oh my goodness, it was raining. So
So I'm gonna
and the
break in here because so Leila is a little bit of a fashionista. When she goes places, she's like, I'll just wear my normal shoes, my normal clothes.
oh oh
And
oh God.
she takes a van to the bottom of the mountain, and the van can't go up, so she has to take a peaky, a motorcycle taxi. And it started raining, and it's muddy, and
Oh
they were
yeah.
like, you're not going. She's like, I'm going. I'm bringing you some rain gear.
Oh yeah. Oh, I need them, especially now. Yeah. So it was a crazy adventure. I was like, this, everybody was just looking at me and they're like, how did you get here? But, we pulled through with the picky. We walked most of the way up there, but we managed to get the land. So that was the first step. And then now, since the lease agreement started, it was supposed to start in January. So we waited until December. That's when we started putting the cabbages on the seed bed. And then by January, we had done the transplanting. But it was now the dry season. But we thank God we did the irrigation system. So that really helped a lot. Yeah, January was really dry, and February, but we kept going. We kept the Hezron and the ladies there, they kept pouring water every morning and every evening. There was a time Hezron called me at midnight, and he's like, now I'm going home, I'm just done irrigating the cabbages. And I'm like, you have to work hard. I had to encourage him. But we thank God for that. And then we prayed for the rains. Now
Yeah,
the rains are here.
here too, and grateful that the rain came. And
Yes.
yeah, so it looks like the cabbages they look great. It just looks
Yeah.
healthy, and
Yeah. In fact, we have already started to look for buyers. We're praying that we get somebody who will just buy the whole cabbages, not in half. So
yeah.
fingers crossed.
Yeah, so I looked up the Swahili word for farm, shamba.
Yeah,
Yeah,
shamba.
shamba. Shamba means farm. So we're farmers, and I didn't ever expect it. I grow a little. I have a couple plants out here in my garden. I think I'm thinking I'm growing things. You see that? It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Uh, but so for anybody listening who doesn't know who Hezron is, Hezron's a pastor up in Mount Elgon that I met on my first trip in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
And he has been contacting me. Oh, come back. Are you coming back this trip? You've got to come back up here. Are you coming back this trip? Are you coming back this trip? And I said, I promise I'll come when the time is right. I promise. And we decided on the last trip to go up there and take the ladies and have the women's conference. And I remember you were worried because you were like, oh, I hope somebody shows up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, here it's funny. You can call a meeting, a conference, and then you get there, it's just you and the pastor and the church without anybody. So I was kind of worried because we've never been to that place. We've been to Mount Elgon, but other parts. So, and, we didn't have any, before we used to go with Pastor Steve, so people knew him. But this time, it's just, I was like, oh my God. So when we got there and we saw people, during that turnaround, and we saw people outside, I was like, what? That was amazing how the ladies showed up.
they walked from really far. And then
Yeah.
we went in that little church building and it was full, but there were over 200 women there. So we had to be outside on the side of the mountain.
Yeah, I remember they were singing and dancing, and you even can't jump. They were jumping up, and I'm like, how are they jumping up? Because we were this close to each other. Oh yeah, that was crazy.
Well, and then I didn't think about, oh, we're going to be outside. We're on a mountain in the sun. And, then me, I got sunburned
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, whatever.
Yes. Oh yeah, and that field just being there, I was like, it wasn't a coincidence, because the church was full, and then there was this nice field with green grass, and I'm like, oh, why don't we just go outside and do everything outside? And it didn't rain the whole time we were there.
Yeah. Yeah. There were clouds,
So
but it didn't rain. And then
mhm.
you remember we had the cow come.
Yeah, the cow was like, what is happening up there? It was kind of far away, that cow. I don't know how it moved pole, slowly, slowly, and it was like, I have to see what's happening over there. I think that's what was going on through his mind. It's like, I need to see what's happening, you know.
Yeah, there's something going on, and then it started mooing and stuff. I'm like, oh, you want to be part? Do you want to share?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's, I
Oh,
can't imagine this conference, this year's conference. I'm sure it's going to be double the number
oh yeah,
because
because
now the word has spread.
the right, yeah. Well, so
Mm-hmm.
so the ladies, they're Mount Elgon Women of Faith, and their faith is now grown because they've seen the fruits of their labor, and God's been good and blessing that. So, oh hey, Brother Ray, I see you're on. Thanks for sharing, for joining in. Um, he is so yeah, so that they're gonna be like, oh, they're coming, and da, 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 da. So
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't be
Mm-hmm.
surprised if there were like 400 women, like the
Oh,
whole
yeah.
mountain coming.
Yeah. Because I hadn't talked to Hezron, but I think he saw it on your Facebook. So we were just talking about the farm, and he's like, "Oh, I've seen there's going to be a conference," and I'm like, "Yeah, yes, I was just waiting." For him, if you tell him something in
Oh,
January, he starts planning immediately, and
yeah.
you know he had all these plans. Oh, maybe I should look for a bigger church, and I'm like, Hezron, let's just wait and see what the Lord does. Wherever, if we go back to the field, it's fine by me. And he has all these plans, and I'm like, it's good. So he's already planning for that, and I'm like,
Oh gosh, I guess that's the problem with it. I have to talk about it because people need to know here what we're doing
yeah,
there. So and so like there's no way we could surprise the ladies either, because like some of them are on Facebook and they know I'm coming.
yeah, yeah. Already Dorcas told me, everybody saw it and they are planning, and I'm like, you know what? I'm a last minute kind of guy. I don't like doing things months ahead. I'm like, let's calm down, let's just wait and see, because you plan 2 months early and God has a different plan. So I'm like, yes, there's going to be a conference, yes, there's this, but let's just keep praying, and see what
Yeah,
God does.
yeah, because
Yeah.
it's I have a big goal of funds to raise, and it's kind of like,
Mm-hmm,
oh,
mm-hmm.
I haven't raised much, but that doesn't mean anything because
Yeah.
I'm just walking by faith that God's going to provide for that, because
Yeah.
uh, and if people come this year, that's great, because there have been a few people inquire, but I already have somebody who wants to bring a group next year. So
Ooh, I'm
that
really excited. We don't, Aki, let's not start. You and I will start talking about the whole plan of next year, the
well,
way we did this.
yeah, last year, like we were there, we were in Mombasa. Okay, this is what we're gonna do next year. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do this. And of course, that
Yeah.
shifted slightly, but still, But I'm just, anybody who's listening, you're still able to join me. I heard on the like a radio news thing yesterday that something like 500,000 passports have been processed. People in the U.S. are putting in 500,000 passports
Yeah,
to go travel. So
that's good.
yeah, so even if you don't have, because there's one lady who wants to go but she doesn't have a passport, you can do a quick turn. You have to pay an extra fee, but if you really want to go, you can make that happen. And come on with me, I'm going. So
Yeah,
I'm going whether anybody comes or not, but it's like God will bring whoever's supposed to come whenever they're supposed to come.
yeah.
Yeah. So is there a planned, like, does the cabbage need to grow a little more before it gets?
Yes, yes. We need around 3 weeks for it to actually to be. We need it at least heavy, because here the price goes up if it's well done and it's kind of heavy. So we are hoping to achieve that in the next 3 weeks. And then I get to go to Mount Elgon. So
You
I'm also praying for my health. By
Yeah.
then I'm totally fine, so that I'll be able to go there.
Yeah. I mean, like,
Yeah.
you and me both have been having health things
Oh
going
yeah.
on, and
Yeah.
the devil's a liar. So, um, we're rebuking that in Jesus' name. So,
Yes.
but you'll have to tell me how it tastes. I'm sure you'll get to taste one, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh.
How long is it going to take for the onions to grow? Onions don't take as long, do they?
No, it also doesn't take long. It's also 3 months. So we are hoping April, May, June. By June, July, there we should be able to harvest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we decided to go with the short-term vegetables so that we do at least three. We get to plant 3 times a year.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's good. Well, at least
Yeah.
we'll get to see by the time it'll have been 2 months at least by
Yeah.
the time I get there. So be able to see, how it's growing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, you
Good.
get to see how it's growing.
And so how are the ladies in Kipsongo doing? Are they doing good?
Yes, the ladies are doing good. They are so excited also. They're like, she's almost here. I'm like, yeah, it's just give it a month. One
Yeah,
month. By the time we are in May, time flies. So,
I know. It's like, oh, I have
yeah.
so much to do. Oh my gosh. It's always that way. It's always that way. Everything's here is going so things are going everywhere, and we have the grand opening of the space on April 16th, and
Oh, yeah.
Spiritual
Exciting.
Federation conference is next week, which is good. So be able to connect and see if we can. I've set up. I was able to get in and get a booth space for wholesale. So hopefully we'll get some wholesale buyers there and people.
Nice.
And I've got a few. I'm not doing as many like pop-up events because I told you how those are tiring. But I am doing some where it's like just a tabletop, which is a lot less setup than doing that whole thing that I do with the tent, the canopy thing and all that.
Mm-hmm.
That that takes a lot. And there's this one 2-day event, and I had the crazy idea. Oh, let's see, how can I do that? It is the weekend before I leave for Kenya. I'm like, I am not going to do that to myself. That's crazy. Don't just stop thinking that. I'm still in the back of my head. How can I make that happen? Like, but that's one of those things where the setup is really significant and it's tiring. So,
Mm-hmm.
but I think it would probably be a good money maker. But I'm like, is it worth it? No, it's not. I don't know. So I've got, what is this, March? I've got 2 events in April and one in May. Just I'm doing trying to bring people into the space, going to do classes and stuff there to bring so people can come to us instead of me going out to
Yeah.
try to do all that. But yeah, so you're going up there next, when are you going up there?
Mid-April, around 15th.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes, after Easter.
Yeah, you'll have to take I have to take a lot
Mm-hmm.
of
Oh,
photos,
yeah. Yes.
video. Will you be up there when they start harvesting then?
Yes, that's the plan. Yes.
Oh gosh. I I wanted to be there when to help harvest something, but that's not gonna work the way the timing is. But
Yeah.
you'll have to, oh, I'm so excited to see what that's like. I mean, I
Yeah.
go out here. I have a lemon tree, a mint plant, and a grapevine, and I'll go and pick something off of that, and I'm all excited, just picking one little thing.
Yeah.
Awesome. Oh, this is so great. All right, so as we're wrapping up here, for anybody who is watching, givesendgo.com/mission Kenya is where you can go to make a donation. Some of which, if you want to support the farm, we are still working on getting it to sustainability, so we're covering the costs up front for that. And so some of the funds will help with that. The mobile medical clinic that we're going to be doing, that the funds will help for that. Some of the other things like food packs and school fees and all the things, you can go to givesendgo.com/Mission Kenya and see all the things that we're raising funds for. Again, if you're part of a Rotary or a Kiwanis or some organization that donates to causes, I have a little slide deck I'm working on. I'll get that to you. Oh, is that Gigi? And that you can. Oh, you think that's okay? The call is call now. Gigi. Gigi.
Yes.
A B C D E F Gigi.
No. Gigi.
You're Gigi. He's getting so big.
Oh yeah, he's so big.
Anyway, to wrap up, I just, if you want me to do, I can do a Zoom presentation. If you're local, I can come do a presentation to your group, or I can just send you the information so you see what some of the funds go for. We have one group that's selected a project that they're raising money for, so that's a possibility. Get in touch with me. You can reach out to me through social media, send me a message through Facebook, or Eldana Lewis Fernandez, the profile, or Baskets and Beads, our Kenya, our Facebook page. Or you can send an email to eldana@basketsandbeadskenya.com. I will put that in here for anybody who wants to email me. And if you're not on our newsletter, you can go to basketsandbeadskenya.com and sign up for the newsletter so you can get info on that as well. So you can email me here, eldana@basketsandbeadskenya.com, and we can discuss a fundraising project. I would love some support with that. Any amount will help. $5, $20, $100. If I get 1,000 people to donate $20, we'll have our goal met. So if you're a friend on Facebook, I'm going to be reaching out to you and asking for support, also on LinkedIn. So would appreciate any support or help that you could give. Anything you want to add before we sign off?
No, just.
All right, everybody, until next. Oh, by the way, I will sign off with this. It's my daughter's birthday, so happy birthday, Marissa. I'm going to be leaving here and going to celebrate with her, and dropping Crazy Paws off at the doggy daycare. Don't want to say that too loud because she'll hear me going now. Too smart. So, all right, everybody, until next week, I will see you soon. Nakupenda.
Bye.